I have one problem with the video game combat on the Atari 2600, it's that tanks are so expendable. If you really want to wreak mass destruction upon somebody's armed forces, you gotta start blowing up bombers and battleships. Now they cost a lot of money to replace. It's like sinking the Bismarck or blowing up the enemy Death Star. There's a lot of man-hours that go into designing, building, and financing those things. Which means more enjoyment for you when you blow them up and turn them into a cloud of pixels, along with that pleasing Atari explosion sound. Now, Combat is an excellent Atari 2600 game, and it's even got jets and airplanes. But in air-sea battle, you're taking out full-size, enormous airplanes and giant battleships, and maybe some frigates from the 1800s, and they're probably worth a lot of money today. So really, there's a whole lot of destruction in this game. Air-Sea Battle is a tremendous game, and one that brings back a lot of memories for those of us who grew up with an Atari back in the day. It's a great two-player game to challenge against your friends. And even if you're into new games, the simple yet competitive two-player action of this game is sure to please, because it may look rather rudimentary on screen, but it's just fun. It's fun to try to outshoot your opponent over air and sea, but not the land. You have to get a different game for that. Air-Sea Battle is one of those excellent Atari 2600 games that's easy to find today. It's very affordable. There's a couple different label variations. Here we have the text label. Tells you what different games are in Air-Sea Battle. And as you can see, this game uses the joystick controllers. But check this out. I have a version here that says use with paddle controllers. But this game does not actually work with paddle controllers. So I'm not sure what the deal with this one is, if it was just a misprint. This is the 1986 label variation, this one's 1981, and this one's in good condition, so you can clearly see the air and sea battle taking place. Pretty cool. And to further complicate matters, Target Fun 27 Telegames is the identical game to Air-Sea Battle. There is no difference at all. And in fact, I'm going to continue the Air-Sea Battle review with Target Fun and show some of the Target Fun related games. Air-Sea Battle has 27 different game variations, and you can select them with the select button on your Atari 2600. It's primarily a two-player game, although there are a couple one-player variations where the opponent just fires randomly into the air or the sea and tries to hit enemy objects. But you really want to play this game with a friend. This is as much fun as any two-player game on the Atari 2600, so if you like Combat or Space War or Demons to Diamonds or Warlords, you'll love Air-Sea Battle. Each game lasts a few minutes, and the computer times you. When it gets near the end of the game, the scores at the top of the screen start blinking, and there's not much fanfare when you win, except for your cries of victory and screams of pain from your enemy as you shove them off the couch in defeat. And then throw your Atari 2600 controller at them. Actually, don't try that. You could damage your controller. As you saw in the beginning, shooting at airplanes, your cannons can move up or down. When you're shooting at the boats in the water, you can move your gun turrets left and right across the screen. Some of the game variations give you more points for different objects, or there's hot air balloons in front of you that are just there to block your shot. You don't get points for them. And there's other versions of the game where you have guided missiles. There's more than enough stuff here to keep you occupied for several games when playing some friends. And I'll show some of the additional game variations with my Target Fun review, because Target Fun and Air-Sea Battle are the identical game. I prefer Air-Sea Battle because it sounds more manly. Target Fun just sounds like you should be at an amusement park throwing water balloons at stuffed animals. Screw that. I want to blow up battleships. Hell, that's what I'm playing Atari for. If I wanted to go throw water balloons at something, I'd go do it. don't actually have anything to shoot battleships. And besides, they shoot back. Slight change in the type font between the 1986 and the 1981 version as well. Same artwork though, the submarine, the airplanes, and paddle controller versus joystick controller. But note that there's not a version that uses the driving controller.